Hi everyone, welcome to my channel if you are new here, or if you are one of my regular viewers, then welcome back. How are you all doing? I hope you are having a good week so far. It's not great weather here today. It was really windy yesterday, and then today it's not as windy, but it's raining. So autumn, I think, is definitely on its way. But yeah, I mean, it is middle of September, so we've got to expect it really, haven't we? So today's video is going to be a come shop with me to Primark. So I usually like to try and film these videos about once a month, but it's been a bit longer than that since my last video, I think, since my last Primark come shop. So it was definitely, a little bit overdue. So I went yesterday and I filmed what's new in ladies fashion. I filmed some footwear, bits of jewellery, handbags, and I also filmed home as well. So yeah, got quite a lot of things coming up in today's video to share with you. And then my next video will be the haul, because you might have guessed that I bought a big bag full of goodies. So that will be my next video, will be the haul. So, as always, if you want to see what's new in at Primark, then grab your drinks and your snacks, get cosy, and please continue to watch. Right, so here we are at Meadowhall Shopping Centre in Sheffield. I like to go to this Primark because it's quite a good one. And first stop, as always, is a coffee. And then let's get into the trending now section. Let's see what they've got in this section. So they've got this little jumper, short-sleeved, sort of a mustardy, yellowy colour, £14 for that. That's quite nice. And then the jeans, that's what they've got it on with the model. They say a major find. They're the palazzo pants. I do keep seeing those advertised everywhere. And then they've got the flare jean as well. Then they had these check trousers, trying to find the price on those, £20. They used to be in, didn't they, a few years ago, like all those checks. Then they had these light coloured jeans. And I really liked this jacket, actually, £35. If I hadn't just bought myself a new jacket, I possibly would have picked that up. I thought it was really nice, obviously like a barber style. I really like the turn-up sleeves, and all that style jacket are in, aren't they? At the moment, they are everywhere. Then they had these wide turn-up jeans. And they were £20. The trouble is, because I don't do petite and petite leg, they're always too long for me. They had this chocolate brown shirt. That one was £13. And then they had this jacket. I thought this was nice as well. It had no collar, big buttons, a nice beige colour. Just struggling to find the price. Thought that was nice. £26. Yeah, thought that was nice. And then they had this grey cardigan with the little flowers on. The little collar, £16. Then they had this beige suit jacket. That was quite a nice colour, £32 for that one. Then they had these black slingback shoes with a little bow detail, very slim, very pointy toes. I don't think I would get my wide feet in those, because I have really quite wide feet, but they were quite cute, £16. I mean, I wouldn't really wear shoes like that. I live in my trainers or boots or sandals in the summer. This bag was really nice, like a suede material, and also this one as well, beautiful sort of green colour with the gold detailing. I'm not sure whether it came with that scarf wrapped around it. They probably had just done it. It was the only one that was there, so I wasn't quite sure. They'd got some really nice bags in, actually, this time. Then they'd got these beige loafers. They've got a few pairs of different loafers if you're looking for that style shoe. And then these wide leg dark denim jeans, and then just a beige cap. They was only £3. I love a cap. Then they had the check suit jacket. So they had obviously the trousers that went with that jacket. As well, that I showed you earlier on. £5 for this little short sleeve chocolate brown t-shirt. White shirt, £15. You can't go wrong if you've got a white shirt in your wardrobe, can you? Not a bad price, I didn't think, for that. This bag, again, another nice bag, a beautiful chocolate brown colour, and it was like velvety velour on one side and leather look on the other side, and it had a long handle as well inside, and only £12. Then they had this denim top, and it had a zip going up the back, and that was £16.
I quite liked that, but I wasn't sure that it would really suit me with that sort of neckline. And then they also had the shorts. So in that check pattern, they had shorts, suit jacket, and also the trousers. And then they had this white long sleeve top with sort of a ribbed sort of pattern on it, if you like. And then they had these brown jeans, wide leg mid-rise jeans, and they had the drawstring waist. I couldn't see the price on them. And a denim shirt, again, another good staple to have in your wardrobe. That one was £16. They always look nice, don't they, over the top of things, over the top of, you know, a vest top or something. So the suit jacket was £34, and then the brown denim jacket, £24. The colour was, you couldn't really see the colour great. The lighting was not very good in this Primark, I didn't think. But it was chocolate brown. £8 for the short sleeve t-shirt. Now that did feel nice quality, and it was quite a fitted t-shirt as well. Just a white t-shirt and jeans just always look, don't they, put together and yet so simple. Then another gorgeous handbag at only £5 with the sort of the quilted detailing on it. And they always have the trench coats in every year. So they've got this one with the belt, the buckle detailing around the sleeves, the double-breasted buttons, £34 that one was. They always seem to have a trench coat in, don't they? At least one every year. So I think this is the same pattern as the short-sleeved top I showed you at the beginning. So this is the cardigan, £18. I do quite like that. I just wasn't 100% sure on the pattern. I wasn't quite sure. £26 for this jacket, like a wool effect jacket, nice big deep pockets. And then they had this navy button-up cardigan. So this is in the Primark Edit range. It was 100% wool, so it was a little bit pricey. I think it said £28, but obviously it was 100% wool, so you expect to pay a little bit more. The blue and white check shirt, this is obviously still in the Primark Edit range, which obviously, as you know, is the sort of the higher range, a more expensive section in there. £45 for the Edit trench coat. Then this black jumper, £26 for that one again, the 100% merino wool it said. And what else? So they had this coat. This was like a beige colour wool blend, £60. So again, getting pricier again. It didn't have any buttons, as you can see. It was quite long and it had the big collar. And then the beige cardigan, that was nice. Obviously, I like the neutrals. These were £24, the clog style. Thought they were quite nice, said leather upper, but I got mine from TEMU and they didn't look that much different and was a lot cheaper. So, yeah, this one contained cashmere. It did feel nice, £22, which I didn't think was too bad to say it contains cashmere, short-sleeved little wool top. And then the contain cashmere socks. I could only see them in grey. I don't know whether they do have different colours in those. I think they said £6. Then they had this little waistcoat with the silver buttons all the way down the front, wool mix. That one was £20, and they'd styled it up with the slip-on style clog shoes and jeans. So still in the Edit range, they had this nice brown suede handbag with the gold detail in there on the strap. It was actually leather, so that's not a bad price for a leather handbag, £20. Little bit like a sort of oblong shaped bag. I always like to show you what they've got on the models, what they've put together on the mannequins. And let's have a look around, see what we can see. I really didn't like this coat. I was saying to Richard, now we didn't personally like that coat, but it was £40 for anybody who does, and they did have it in the shorter version as well. So they had it in the longer style and also the shorter style. Then on this back wall, wasn't keen on most of this stuff. Quite like the trousers, but wasn't that keen on most of that back wall. £26 for this check jacket. Checks seem to be everywhere. I liked this one, the more plain cream style with the poppers going up, and that one was £26. that I think Primark always does really well is the basics, and they had these nice long sleeve tops. They had the detailing around the neckline, they were ribbed, they was only £5, and they had them in loads of different colours. And then the basic long sleeve t-shirts plain, they were £3.50. Really liked this jacket, £28. I didn't think it was a bad price. It felt really nice quality, quilted, poppers down the front. That definitely looks like the quilted Barber style jacket. Really like that. In fact, I've got a Barber jacket from years ago. I'll have to see if, I think I've still got it. I'll have to see if it still fits me. Then they had these raincoats. They were £30. They had a hood, they had the poppers, pockets, they had the tie detailing around the waist, and they came in 3 different colours, green, black and beige. Ideal for the wet weather or for taking dogs a walk, things like that. They had this double chain necklace with initial on, that was only £4. And then they had this gilet with the zip up and the pockets in a cream colour, that was £22. And then they had this necklace again, £4, with the sort of the horse bit on it, do you call it? They had a few handbags like this one here. A beautiful colour, £18, that one was. And there was a handbag that I showed you earlier on that had that same detail on, a bit Gucci-esque. And then they are the viral jumpers that everyone's always talking about in loads of different colours. They're £17. And then they had this ribbed crossover top, short sleeve with the tie detailing, and that one was £10. They had this navy jumper with all the little buttons going down it. It looked like a cardigan, but it was a jumper, £14, and it contains wool. And then I thought this one was the same, but it isn't. It was different, as you can see, ribbed and a nice chocolate brown colour. I liked that one, £16. And then they had this, again, a little bit different in the red. Then they had this thick jumper, that one was £18. And then I liked the style of this top, £14, the crossover, long sleeved, and I liked the ribbon around the bottom, but I wasn't sure about the colour. And then they had these woolly hoodies with the pockets, the zip at the top, the ties, they were £18. And let's have a look. All the jumpers, they had these V-neck jumpers in a few different colours. They also had it in a beige. I don't think you saw it there though.
We could walk this autumn town, find a place to be alone, look into your eyes, feeling butterflies. We could dance under the stars, fall into each other's arms. Nowhere else we need to be, just you and me. We can't lose this love, so hold on to what we know we have. Hold on to moments that we've shared. Hold on, if all we have is just each other, everything will be fine. Just hold on.
So obviously they had lots and lots of scarves. As you can see here, they had them in like a buttermilk, different pinks, obviously all your creams, your beiges. They had cable knit ones with matching gloves. They had ones with initials on. But I really like these checked ones, £6. That one in the middle I think was my favourite. It was absolutely lovely, and what an absolute bargain as well. If you're looking for some wellies, I really like these burgundy ones, £16. Beautiful colour. There's lots of burgundy again, isn't there, this winter? This autumn winter, should I say. They had some cowboy boots. They had long suede boots. They had the sort of the DM style lace-up boots. So I'm just sort of trying to go along and give you a bit of an overview of the ones that they had in. They've got the Chelsea boots in again, in sand and chocolate brown. Obviously, as always, every year they just get more and more colours in the UGG style boots. So they had loads of different colours in those. And like I said earlier, lots of low loafer styles in green and blue and beige and black and brown, all different colours and styles of those as well. Really like the beige ones, but I don't really wear shoes like that. Then just showing you some of my favourite trainers. They'd obviously got loads of trainers in as well, so I'm just sort of picking out a few of the ones that I liked. A lot of sort of Adidas style ones, Puma style ones. They looked like a little bit of a rip-off of those two makes of trainers, I thought. And then moving on to the pyjama section. If you are regular on my channel, you will know I love the PJ section in Primark. Definitely one of my favourite sections. So they had this range with the pink Dixie flowers on. They had the proper like house coat. They had long sleeve tops, vest tops, shorts, pyjama bottoms. And then they also had it in the white. So they had the long sleeve tops, the shorts, and also the bottoms. I couldn't find any of the vest tops in the white in this particular Primark, but I thought this one was really nice. The long sleeve top one was £10. The long bottoms were £12. They obviously had some really nice dressing gowns in as well. So this one, this beautiful cream cable knit one, that was £16. Wouldn't mind actually. Might ask Santa for a new dressing gown this year. They had these pink dressing gowns with sort of the spots on. They were £16. I do like a dressing gown that has a hood though. So these are the pink floral ones, the white with the pink flowers. The pyjama bottoms, like I say, £12. Really like those. And they've got pockets, which is always a good sign. Really liked this, £22. It had a hood, and Richard was going to buy it me and put it me away for Christmas, but it was really long. And I just thought, no, I think it would get on my nerves a bit. It was too long. Really like this style of pyjamas, the shorts, the short sleeve top, £13 for the pair. Really like that Dixie print. They also had this beautiful green colour with the little white dots on. They had them in plain, they had beige, they had brown. £13 for the set, not a bad price at all. And then the longer style boyfriend pyjamas, £15, and they had those in stripes and also in plain colours as well, beige and chocolate brown and what have you. So yeah, £13 for the shorts, £15 for the long pyjama sets. Then this pack of cosy socks. How cute are these? £3.50. Nearly got those because they'd got the cockapoo on, like Bentley. So thought they were really cute, and I really like this pyjama set as well. The long bottoms and the V-neck ribbed long sleeve top. Trying to find the price of the set. £14. So that was the grey one. And I also really like these gingham check ones as well. So they would be £15, I think, because there was, like the other ones, the long sleeve and long bottoms that were 15. And then I really like these ones as well. So similar to the others in the grey, but these was obviously in beige, £14. Also really liked these, the shorts, £10. How nice are those? Like, felt like linen, and I really like the detailing along the bottom of the shorts. This top though, I wasn't so keen on that. That one was £14, and they also had the long bottoms. I couldn't see any other tops that went with the bottoms or the shorts. So, and I didn't like that top, but I don't know whether they do have some different style or not. But they didn't in this Primark. Then just showing you some slippers. So they've obviously got the boots that they always have with the pom-poms on. They've got this style, which I thought these were a little bit different, but I liked them though, £10. They had the moccasin style, slip-on ones, Ugg style ones. You can't go wrong for Primark, can you, for slippers? And like I said earlier, I love my dressing gown, and I also love my slippers. I think these were probably my favourite, these like Ugg style ones in the nice chocolate brown, or also in the sandy colour as well. Just trying to find you the price. I think there was £9. That's what I was going to say. So now we're going to go into the homeware section. Starting off with some bathroom accessories, I liked this soap dispenser, £4.50. They also had the matching tumbler. That one was £4, and then also the matching little tray as well. How nice is that? £6, and I didn't think it looked cheap. It looked nice quality. They also had this soap dispenser, £4.50. I really liked this tray, and they also had the tumbler to match that, and also the soap dispenser. They also had the glass ones with the gold tops. They was a little bit smaller, and those ones were £4.50. So this is a matching soap dispenser for the other one that I showed you, £4.50 for that one, and that came with the black top. They had these two bathrobes in the home section, the waffle bathrobe in the beige colour, and then the 100% cotton bathrobe in the white colour. So I've not seen those in there before. That one was £20. And then really thought this tablecloth was nice, white with the gold detailing, as you can see around the edge. So the tablecloth was £22. It also did have matching napkins, which I'll show you in a minute. They had this room spray. I think that was £6 for the room spray. This is the Primark Edit home range. The salt and pepper shakers, I was trying to find the price on those, but I couldn't see them. But yeah, I think this is fairly new, having the Edit range in the home section. So these are the matching napkins to the tablecloth, and they were £7 for the set. So I'm just showing you the picture on there, the luxury tableware. So they had the small plates and the large plates. Again, I thought these was really nice with the detailing around the edge. The small plates, £8, so not cheap for one plate, and then the larger plates, they were £10. So I'm not going to go into all of the autumn things in great detail, because I think you probably will have seen them before, because loads of people have already put the autumn things on YouTube, but they have still got some things in. I really like the pumpkin spice cushion. Had a few nice cushions in, I thought, today. I really like this cable effect cushion as well. That one was £12. And then I also liked this basket on the bottom, storage basket. They're ideal, aren't they, for putting throws in or kids' toys? And that one was only £8. I really like the detail on the handle. And then Christmas is starting to arrive in Primark. So they only had a few bits, but they had this cookie jar. It came with the cookies, gingerbread man. How cute is that? Obviously, you could get that out year after year. I was looking for the price, and it's right there on his chest, £9 for that. They also had these oils, holly and pine, I think they said, £1.30 they were. So yeah, just starting to get a few bits in. Then they had this I Love You latte mix, matcha made in heaven. So you got the mug and the bits and bobs that came with it, the matcha flavoured latte milk with coffee and cocoa powder. So that set was £7 if you know, or you are yourself a matcha lover. Then they have got the mugs with the hot chocolate in, like they have every year. £7 they are. This year they had the elf one, and they also had the gingerbread one. I really like that one, the gingerbread man one. I thought that one was really cute. Then they had these little autumn coloured flowers. I thought they were really nice. Only a couple of quid. I mean, what can you get for that money? Then they had this beautiful burgundy coloured plant, £7. Not a bad price for that, I didn't think. Look at the vase on that. I thought it was really nice, but I didn't really need anything else like that. But I always love an artificial plant or an artificial flower. Thought this vase was nice. Again, another good price, £8, a good size. Thought it looked more expensive than that. And then they also had this artificial plant and also this burgundy glass vase as well, with the rib detailing on it. Again, something nice and a good price. Really like these plant pot holders with the leaves on. They were only £4.50 in a beautiful green colour as well. And I also really liked these cushions. How nice are they? They look so classy, classic. Look like they'd come from somewhere a lot more expensive, and there was only £12. Love those. And then also like this throw, and this was £14. Yeah, with the fringing on the bottom.
So that is it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed having a good look around Primark with me. So like I said earlier on, the Primark haul will be coming next. I've got a few good bits, I think, I think they are, to share with you in my next video. So I'm really looking forward to sharing those bits that I managed to pick up. As always, please comment below. You guys know I love to read your comments, and if you are a regular here, you will know that I reply to every single comment. It might take me a couple of days, but I do reply to every single one. I've got lots of exciting things coming up on my channel, lots of come shops, lots of hauls, fashion, day in the life, lots of Christmas content, obviously, will be coming up soon. I'm going to do like stocking fillers, gift guides, you know, all those types of things, and looking around all the shops to let you guys know what is new in for the autumn and winter months, and obviously Christmas. So if that is something that you want to see, then please subscribe if you aren't already, and make sure you've got the notification bell ticked so you don't miss any of my videos. So have a good evening, take care of yourself, see you all soon, bye.